Hi guys, this is Miss Hawkins, Miss Haney, and Miss Rachel from school. We hope that everyone is at home and safe with their family. Miss Haney, Miss Hawkins, and Miss Rachel, we've all decided to come up with a great way of creating art since we are in the month of spring. We've decided that we were going to show you guys how to paint a pretty spring flower. I'm going to use a canvas to show you just because it's a larger space for me to paint. I've already created one. I'll show you what it looks like. And I use construction paper to create it. Now we can use construction paper. You could even use computer paper, which is white and it's easier for the paint colors to show up. So I have a paper plate. These are all the basic items that you need to create this activity. I have an egg carton, and I'll explain what each item is for. I have a cup of flour, and I have a cup of warm water. I also have food coloring. Okay, so parents, if you have an empty egg carton at home, what I like to use the egg carton for is to paint for paintbrushes. So I took one of the pieces of the egg carton and cut it off with my scissors. I also have a pair of scissors. I cut a piece of the egg carton, and I'm going to show you what I did to make my pretty flower circles. This is very easy to do. If you have children that have disabilities or have a disability where they can't use their hand, you can use hand over hand to help them be able to dip the carton of the egg into the paint. You want to dip it into the paint like this, just the tip of it. And I'm going to make a nice circle on my canvas or on your construction paper or computer paper, whichever one you have available at home. And I'm going to wipe it off on my paper towel just to get it nice and clean so that I can dip it and use it for the next color. I'm going to use the next color, which is my favorite color, and it's teal. I'm going to make another circle like that using the same egg carton piece. I'm going to wipe it off, wipe it clean again. Each time we dip and use another color, we're going to change colors, but we're going to clean it off first with the paper towel. I'm going to use yellow. You can even make it interesting for the kids by asking them to choose which one is their favorite colors and giving them two choices. I'm going to use purple. I'm going to wipe it clean. I'm just switching colors as I make one big circle full of colorful petals for my flower. And this is very, very simple. I'm going to put a dot in the middle. Two dots in the middle. And that's my flower petal. And now I'm going to make the stem of the flower using green. I'm just going to make a few dots down the center just like that. It's a very fun and exciting activity to do with the kids since we're out of school. And you want to get them crafty and have them do different activities. This is a very exciting, fun activity, very easy. You see the flower coming along? It's just like a spring flower. These are my petals, my leaves. And there you go. That's a nice, pretty spring flower. Now, for some that may not have paint, which is perfectly okay, I have a cup of flour. Any flour would do. And I have a cup of warm water. Now, to make your own paint, you can take a little bit of flour and you can pour it into these compartments. Just like this. As you can see, I've already made a color using my red food coloring. It doesn't take much flour, just a little bit. And you want to pour maybe just a little drop of water into each section with the flour. Just a little, not too much. I might have poured a little too much in one of them, but that's okay. Just enough to get a good consistency to be able to mix the flour and the water together. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done mixing. So we mixed our flour and our water together in these different compartments. And so now what we do is take our food coloring. I already have red. So I'm going to take these other colors that I have to make different color paints that I need for my palette. I have blue, yellow, and green. And all it takes is maybe 3 drops per compartment. 3 drops of the yellow and 3 drops of the green. If you want to be fancy, you can make your own colors. You can mix the food coloring to make different shades of different colors. And this is what it should look like. Okay? And so now if you decide to use food coloring, if you don't have paint, it would have the same effect as it would if it was paint. And I'm going to show you what I meant. Okay, so we're going to dip our egg carton in the green food coloring and flour mixture to get us a nice green color. You see, it looks just like paint. It may not be as dark as you want it. If you want to add more food coloring, you can, just to get it a little darker. Here's a little yellow. We have blue. It's not as dark as I want it to be, but it's dark enough so you can see what I'm actually trying to do. Red. So you have the visual of what I'm trying to do as far as the flowers. Now this one is made out of the food coloring in the flour, the cooking flour. And this one is made from paint. So if you have paint, you might have a better chance of having brighter colors. And if you have the food coloring, you can still mix it to your consistency to get to the color that you want. So I'm going to bring this closer so you can see it. And this is your spring flower. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you stay safe. Bye.